you may be seated. Now, I'm just going to introduce our platform party. So we have Dr. Orla Flynn, our President of ATU. We have Dr. Billy Bennett, Vice President of Academic Affairs and Registrar. Dr. Michelle Dlacken, Registrar and Vice Presidents for Students, Teaching and Learning. Una Parsons, who's Head of College and also Head of the Faculty of Engineering and Design. And also we extend a warm welcome to, we have Owen Feeney, Lecturer in the Department of Civil Engineering and Construction, Dr. Brian McCann, Lecturer in the Department of Civil Engineering and Construction, and Dr. David Mulligan, who's the Head of the Department of Mechatronic Engineering. We also, and also my colleague David Carell, who's Assistant Registrar within the ATU. And also we extend a warm welcome to our representative from the Students' Union today, Julia Babushka. Thank you. I call on Una Parsons, Head of College Sligo, to open the ceremony.
Raibh Céimi, a gcuine úsla, tá fáilte romh go léir go dtí an ócáid speisialta seo. Fáilte go Ollscoil Technoleachta an Atlantic. President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and graduates, soon to be graduates, it is such a pleasure and an honour for me, on behalf of the governing body and the university staff, to welcome you to this graduation ceremony. I want to welcome you, your families and your friends, both here present in the arena and those linking in online to this graduation ceremony of ATU on our Sligo campus. This is such a special day, and it's fabulous to see so many of you here coming from far and wide. In this session, we have graduates from many different disciplines across the Faculty of Engineering and Design. We have degrees being awarded in engineering, construction, quantity surveying, project management, property services and facilities management, and polymer processing. Whatever degree you completed or path you took, you have arrived here today, you're conferring, where you will receive your parchment, the formal recognition of your special achievement. I want to congratulate each and every one of you on reaching this important milestone in your career. You'll have so many opportunities. I always love to say, the world is your oyster. And I remember when I was a graduating student, I first heard that term, the world is your oyster. And I've loved it ever since. It's guided me along my career journey over the years. Where did the phrase come from? It was created by William Shakespeare. It means you can do anything you wish for or go anywhere you want in your life because you have the ability to do so. The phrase is never truer than the day you graduate from college, and it is so appropriate as you graduate from ATU in Sligo today, as Sligo translates in Irish to Sligoch, meaning abounding in shells. So your oyster journey starts in this county of shells. The world is full of opportunities, you just have to take them. You determine your own success. Whatever that pearl looks like for you, remember that the parchment you received today, that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. You walked in today as graduates, and you'll walk out as graduates from Atlantic Technological University. Before I finish, I want to acknowledge some of the highlights of the programs in the Departments of Civil Engineering and Construction and the Department of Mechatronic Engineering. We won the Irish Construction Excellence Awards the last 3 years in a row. More recently, for the Bachelor of Science Honours in Construction Project Management, that we have accredited by the Chartered Institute of Building. ATU are strong advocates of the new consortium-led apprenticeship model of education and are the national coordinating provider for the civil engineering apprenticeship, which currently has approximately 120 apprentices registered. Earlier this year in ATU on our Sligo campus, we hosted our first International Construction Management Conference with many industry experts sharing insights with our students as well as employment opportunities. And at this conference, we also launched a free, massive, open online course in lean construction, with hundreds of students having completed it already. Our research continues to grow with our involvement with the new ATU postgraduate training and research centres, supporting training of many postgraduate students, and the supervision and management of many PhD students. It grows year on year. Your award today and the highlights of our programmes are only possible with the support of professional and committed staff, and I want to acknowledge the academic, technical and administrative staff in the Faculty of Engineering and Design for their commitment and dedication to the students and to the university. A special thanks to the heads of department, Dr. Trevor McSherry, who couldn't be here today because he became a doctor in Maynooth University, and Dr. David Mulligan. I want to pay tribute to our fabulous Students' Union, who are always available to support students, as well as so many staff in our student support services and many other functions in the university. So finally, graduates, congratulations once again on your achievements, and be proud of this special moment today. I wish you a really enjoyable day. The world is your oyster. Go find your pearl. Thank you.
Anis Iram an Dr. Orla Nílain, Uachtarán Ollscoil Technoliachta an Atlantic, Gradam a Bhrona na Foglaméry a Bhronan Ollscoil Technoliachta an Atlantic chun na crutha sin. Agus Iram an Dr. Limo Benéid, Las Uachtarán Gnóthaí a da Cúla agus Clarahol na Hirathaí a chur I láthair. I now call on Dr. Orla Flynn, President of Atlantic Technological University, to confer awards on the learners presented by the university for that purpose. And I ask Dr. Billy Bennett, Vice President of Academic Affairs and Registrar, to present the candidates.
De bhua an údarrás atá díolsithe an Ollscoil Technoliachta an Atlantic, brunam leis seo dochtaní ar na fálamóirí a bhaint amach an chaidán den na dochtaní sin, agus iarm go gcuirfear na fálamóirí sin I láthair chuam, chun go mroinnig mé a bar chéime orthu go fada miúil. By virtue of the authority vested in Atlantic Technological University, I hereby confer awards on the learners who have achieved the standard determined for those awards, and I ask that those learners be presented to me so that I may formally present them with their parchment.
Uachtarán cuir milóthar chuait na hiarrthóirí seo halanas a bhfuil a dorthaí scrúdathe dleachta agus de bhachtaní ag le bhéle 6, 7, 8, 9 agus 10 den chreach náisiúnta cáilíochtaí a bheith ceadathe ag comhairle achadúil Ollscoil Technoliachta an Atlantic. President, I present to you the following candidates whose examination results have been adopted and awards at levels 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 of the National Framework of Qualifications have been approved by the Atlantic Technological University Academic Council.
I call on Owen Feeney from the Department of Civil Engineering and Construction to present the candidates from that department.
President, I present to you candidates who have successfully completed programmes in the Department of Civil and Construction. Higher Certificate in Science in Property Services and Facility Management. Graham Barry, in absentia. Saoirse Balmore, in absentia. Anam Batty, in absentia. Josippa Billick, in absentia. Yusbu Buglis, in absentia. Cian Bulger, in absentia. Silan Capleton. Elodie Christie, in absentia. Maeve Conway, in absentia. Timothy Cormack, in absentia. Duncan Cusick, in absentia. Patricia Devaney, in absentia. Roisin Flynn, in absentia. Sandra Gandhi. Sean Kearns, in absentia. Colin Keating, in absentia. Colin Kelly. Hugo Lennox, in absentia. Claire Mannion, in absentia. Grania McGranagan, in absentia. Edward McNally. Joseph McNulty, in absentia. Sarah Nagel, in absentia. Martina Nash. Oama Notanunu, in absentia. Linda O'Brien, in absentia. Dan O'Flynn, in absentia. Suzanne Quinn, in absentia. Claire Scanlon, in absentia. Abby Shaw, in absentia. Eva Urahali, in absentia. President, I now present candidates who have completed the higher certificate in science in applied construction technology. James Flanagan, in absentia. Zach Mahan, in absentia. I asked the candidates from the programme's higher certificate in science in property services and facility management and the higher certificate in science in applied construction technology to please stand for a round of applause. I now present candidates who have completed the higher certificate in science in construction economics. Jamie Boyle, in absentia. Alison Burton, in absentia. Kieran Brick, in absentia. Keith Staunton Christopher, in absentia. Clodagh Doonan, in absentia. Patrick Fitzharris, in absentia. Peter Fox, in absentia. Philip Jordan, in absentia. Niall Kelly, in absentia. Thomas Kenny, in absentia. Cormac Kerr, in absentia. Shane Lucy, in absentia. Jennifer Maher, in absentia. Christy McKee, in absentia. Gary McLaughlin, in absentia. Stephen Mitchell, in absentia. Anastasia Morozova, in absentia. Dylan Murphy, in absentia. James Murray. Alan Murray. Ronan O'Boyle, in absentia. Aline O'Rourke, in absentia. Tiernan O'Rourke, in absentia. Danius Satos, in absentia. Rafael Simos. Elaine Smith, in absentia. Matthew Stiles, in absentia. Adrian Thompson, in absentia. Brian Whittington, in absentia. I now ask the candidates from the higher certificate in science and construction economics to please stand for a round of applause. I now present the candidates from the Bachelor of Science in Construction Management. Michael Ash. Kieran Caffery, in absentia. John Carty, in absentia. Gerard Chambers, in absentia. Thomas Chambers, in absentia. Eddie Connolly, in absentia. Joseph Dunn, in absentia. Donald Farrell. Maria Flaherty, in absentia. Marco Gaddi, in absentia. Ronan Gallagher, in absentia. Odette Gleeson, in absentia. Adrian Grace, in absentia. Alan Gray, in absentia. Thomas Holden, David Jashi, in absentia. Kevin Kelly, in absentia. Thomas Lawton, in absentia. Robert Lee, in absentia. Jonathan Lester, in absentia. James Maher. Michael Malone. Keith Marinan, in absentia. Francis Martin, in absentia. Patrick Martin, in absentia. Aisling McGarrell, in absentia. Joseph MacDonald, in absentia. Adrian McGoldrick. Robert McCrane, in absentia. Eamon McLaughlin. Paul Mullen. Derek Nally. Mark O'Brien, in absentia. Donogh O'Higgins. Eamon Omer, in absentia. Edward Phelan. Sorry. Eamon Omer. Well done, Eamon. Edward Phelan. James Pollard, in absentia. Adam Quinn. John Radburn, in absentia. Vincent Staunton. Andrew Walsh, in absentia. Gary Ward. Adam Webster. Can I now ask the candidates from the BSc in Construction Management to stand for a round of applause, please? I now present the candidates who have completed the Bachelor of Science Honours in Construction Project Management. Abdulaziz Abukarsh, in absentia. Patricia Canavan. Daniela Cond, in absentia. Rodri Ada, in absentia. Thomas English. Eamon Flanagan. James Flanagan. Thomas Flynn. Keith Gilmartin. Catherine Gordon. Taylor Houghton. Trevor Hughes. Michael Jones. Shane Lavelle. Lauren Massey. Kevin McBearty. Connor McCarthy, in absentia. Hassan Hamoud. Omajad Uda, in absentia. Twinkle Jacob Paul. Shelby Robertson, in absentia. Killian Storlam, in absentia. Ridas Valentinas, in absentia. Joshi Varghese. Ki Yang, in absentia. I now present the candidates who have successfully completed the Bachelor of Science Honours in Construction Project Management and Applied Technology. Tenny Bada. John Creevy. Paul Jordan. James McCullum. Patrick O'Keefe, in absentia. Can I ask the candidates who have completed the Bachelor of Science Honours in Construction Project Management and the Bachelor of Science Honours in Construction Project Management and Applied Technology to please stand for a round of applause. And I now call upon Dr. Brian McCann, Department of Civil and Construction, to present the remaining candidates from this department.
Okay, so I call on the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Quantity Surveying. Audrey Adams Horan. Sean Boyle, in absentia. Harry Fitzgibbon. David Franklin, in absentia. Sean Heffernan. Syed Umar Ijaz. Paul K. in absentia. Shanavas Maharabur Basha, in absentia. Mura Gavel Maritha Anaga Yaigam in absentia. James McHugh. Sajid Mehmood in absentia. Cyprian Dan Moga in absentia. Finn Nelson in absentia. Hugh O'Connor, or Finn Nelson, is it? Hugh O'Connor, okay. Alan O'Driscoll in absentia. Cathal O'Grady. Laura O'Leary in absentia. Mohammed Pouzi in absentia. Amir Kazmuz in absentia. Lee Scally in absentia. Kaelin Shevlin King. John Sinuapi in absentia. Marius Stanioskas in absentia. Aaron Teig in absentia. Frank Teig in absentia. And Paul Van Ruyen in absentia. So I'd just like the class of the Bachelor of Science in Quantity Surveying to please stand up and receive a round of applause from the audience. Now we have the Bachelor of Science Honours in Quantity Surveying, and call on the candidates for that award. And the first is Richard Bell in absentia. Nicola Bradley. Nathan Canny. Jack Coyle. Rory Delargy in absentia. Amy Donohoe. Cormac Duffy. Owen Dunbar. David Durkin. Patrick Farnan. Dermot Farrell in absentia. Brian Fagan. Brian Galligan. Evan Govern. Jamie Greer. Erlyn Joseph in absentia. Graham Maher in absentia. Marianne McCann. Kieran McDevitt. James McStravick. Darren Malarkey in absentia. Anthony Mulvey. Aaron Murray in absentia. Peter Pryor. Amy Shanley Trainer. Gavin Sheehan, in absentia. Niall Sheeran, in absentia. Adrian Smith. Kevin Sweeney, in absentia. Kai Weir. Okay, so we'll ask all of the candidates for the Bachelor of Science Honours in Quantity Surveying to be upstanding, please, and receive a round of applause. The next award is for the Bachelor of Science in Advanced Wood and Sustainable Building Technology, and we have the first candidate, Matthew Byrne, in absentia. Laura Connolly, in absentia. Dara Faherty. Kyra Hill, in absentia. Kevin Locker, in absentia. Luke McGuinn. Peter O'Neill. Patrick Slevin, in absentia. Is that right? Yeah. Nathan Sweeney. And Siobhan Yates. So again, we can all be upstanding for the class of the Bachelor of Science in Advanced Wood and Sustainable Building Technology, please, and we'll receive our applause. So the next award is the Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering, and we have Michael Crawford, in absentia. Eugene Doherty. Leo Doherty. Sean McGuire, in absentia. Caelan McGovern. And then we have the Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Civil Engineering, and the first candidate is Mad Al-Balushi. Nur Al-Razi. Tautvidas Ostrauskas. Sean Branach, in absentia. Kevin McGrath. Roisin Meehan. Well done. Adam Parks. And Oliver Sadi. So we're going to ask the two groups, the Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering and the Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Civil Engineering, to please be upstanding to receive a round of applause. So we have a postgraduate, next award is the Postgraduate Diploma in Science and Project Management, and we have Owen Conneely is in absentia. And then we move on to the Masters of Science in Project Management, Liam Jones. Magdalena Kolinek. Enda McTiernan. Ryan O'Reilly, in absentia. Hannah O'Sullivan, in absentia. Alan Walsh. Okay, so we'll ask the class of the Master of Science in Project Management, please be upstanding and receive a round of applause. So move on to the postgraduate, the award of the Postgraduate Diploma in Engineering in Road and Transport Engineering, Darby Mullen in absentia. And then we have the Master of Engineering in Road and Transport Engineering, Mark Costello in absentia. Eric Gilroy. David Howley. Sylvia Keelak. Luke Kinsella in absentia. Monica Lochnan in absentia. James McManus in absentia. And then we have one candidate for the Masters of Engineering and Structural Engineering with Geotechnical Engineering, Lucia Orte, and Lucia is in absentia. So we just ask the class of the Master of Engineering in Road and Transport Engineering to please be upstanding for a round of applause. I will call on Dr. David Mulligan, Head of the Department of Mechatronic Engineering, to present the candidates from his department.
Today we mark the posthumous graduation of Guidon Wawalski, who is a student of the Department of Mechatronic Engineering. The Bachelor of Engineering in Mechatronic System Engineering is awarded to Guidon Wawalski. And I now ask everybody to give a round of applause in Guidon's memory for his achievements. For the Higher Certificate in Mechatronic Engineering, Oluwashun Akumbola, an absentia. For the Bachelor of Engineering in Mechatronic Systems Engineering, Jakub Adamczyk. Jonathan Hewitt. David Marsano. Mahai Salaru. For the Bachelor of Engineering in Mechatronic Engineering, Carl Anderson. Jonathan Beattie in absentia, James Brennan in absentia, Shane Cahill in absentia, Thomas Callan. Lukas Dolzneveski in absentia, Rory Duggan. Michael Fadden in absentia. Matthew Fahy in absentia. Noel Noel Feehan. Jamie Flanagan in absentia. Brian Gallagher. Stephen Graham in absentia. Seamus Greeny. Shane Hargaden. Kevin Heverty. Alan Healy in absentia. Shane Henry. Thomas Kiley in absentia. Kasper Kitsovsky. Sebastian Letocha. Jared Martin. Michael Matthews in absentia. Darren McCarthy. Adam McTiernan. Medicine Morabwa. Robert Murphy in absentia. Tony Murray. Kern Mercel O'Reilly in absentia. Gary Noonan in absentia. Owen O'Connell. Diarmid O'Malley. Aaron O'Reilly in absentia. Machedge Orkach. Andres Panfilovs. Nadine Pegnor Sudair in absentia. Gabriel Pereshniot. Anthony Redmond. Mark Reynolds. Adrian Ryan in absentia. Nick Ryan in absentia. Emily Smith in absentia. Alan Stadler in absentia. Daniel Sweeney. Anna Shejpanik in absentia. Adam Thompson. Jonathan Thornton. John Toohey. Luke Turner in absentia. Dean Webster in absentia. Mohammed Usman. Shane Williams in absentia. For the Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechatronic Engineering, Delapo Adelie in absentia. Talal Albadi in absentia. Chikosi Anwao. Oluwasein Aziz in absentia. Brian Butler in absentia. Godard Tabani Vugazeri in absentia. Joey Cannon in absentia. Edward Casey. Fuhi Cheng. Declan Cunningham in absentia. Gulmer de Oliveira in absentia. Diego de Souza. James Deary. Brian Dolan. Francis Finan in absentia. John Hennessy. Jonathan Hickey in absentia. Wayne Howley. John Jordan. Thomas Kelly in absentia. Paul Kemple. Caleb Kuntz in absentia. Paulina Lezwenska in absentia. Derek Maloney. David McKay. Patrick Mills. Cameron Moore. Mohammed Nawab. Dion Neg in absentia. Damien O'Brien. Adrian O'Connell. Olakan Ojekun. Jared Peacock in absentia. Richard Quinlan. Daniel Sharp in absentia. Gregory Strutt. For the Bachelor of Engineering in Data Centres Facilities Engineering, Carol Gagan. In absentia, David Gagan. Evan Kelly. Bruno Manuel Monteiro dos Santos, in absentia. Oleg Setrini. For the Bachelor of Engineering in Polymer Processing, Zilminius Gentavinus, in absentia. Bartholomew Gorjek. Kenneth Lawrence. Corey MacDonald, in absentia. Anita Power, in absentia. For the Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Polymer Processing, Tony McAfee, in absentia. And Sebastian Naprosky. And for the Bachelor of Science in Computing and Games Development, Colin Lebel. So I now ask the graduates from the Department of Mechatronic Engineering and the Department of Computing to stand for a round of applause. I now call on Una Parsons, Head of Faculty of Engineering and Design, to present the candidates in this faculty for the award of their research degrees.
I have the honour to present Nimra Munir for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and I ask President Dr. Orla Flynn to present the parchment to her. Nimra's supervisors were Dr. Marion McAfee and Dr. Michael Nugent. I ask Nimra to come forward, accompanied by her supervisor, Dr. Marion McAfee.
The title of Nimra's thesis is Inline Monitoring of the Hot Melt Extrusion Process to Predict the Critical Quality Attributes of Drug-Loaded Polymeric Systems.
I have the honour to present Mandana Karimi Nejad for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and I ask President Dr. Flynn to present the parchment to her. Mandana will be accompanied by our supervisors, Dr. Marion McAfee and David Tormey, and I asked them to come forward.
The title of Mandana's thesis is Intelligent Process Optimization and Digital Twin for Injection Molding with Sensorized Additively Manufactured Tooling.
I call on the winners of the Academic Excellence Awards to come forward here to the side of the stage. And I ask Dr. Billy Bennett, Vice President of Academic Affairs and Registrar, and Dr. Michelle Glacken, Registrar and Vice President of Students Teaching and Learning, to present the graduate with their award. And I call on Ulla Parsons, Head of Faculty of Engineering and Design, to present the candidates.
I present the ATU Academic Excellence Awards within the Faculty of Engineering and Design. The following graduates have achieved the highest academic excellence within the Department of Civil Engineering and Construction. Amy Donoghue, Bachelor of Science Honours in Quantity Surveying. And not able to be with us here today, Hannah O'Sullivan, Master of Science in Project Management. The following graduates have achieved the highest academic excellence within the Department of Mechatronic Engineering. David Gagan, Bachelor of Engineering in Data Centre Facilities Engineering. And Adrian O'Connell, Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Mechatronic Engineering.
Congratulations to you all, graduates of Atlantic Technological University 2024. And in keeping with tradition, you may now move the tassel to the left-hand side of your mortarboard. Iram ar an Dr. Orla Nílain, an Uachtarán Críocha Car leis an Ócáid seo. I ask Dr. Orla Flynn, our President, to make the closing address.
Díomh a chuir de go léir. Is mór an ordum fáilte críúla chu roimh, fáilte go dtí campus Sligo an Ollscoil Technoliaachta an Atlantic, agus fáilte chuig chach ar lína. Ladies and gentlemen, members of governing body, esteemed faculty, proud families, honoured guests, and most importantly, you, our wonderful new graduates of ATU. Welcome to, I think we're the afternoon now, so it's the afternoon's graduation ceremony, and a very special welcome to all who are joining us online. To the parents, families, guardians, and friends joining you here today, thank you for entrusting us with the education of these great individuals. Your unwavering support has played a vital role in their success. And all afternoon now, we've been asking you, our new graduates, to rise and take your ovation. But what I'm going to do now is ask you to rise and face your supporters and maybe give your supporters a little round of applause. So, Bulabos, please, for our supporters. So, up you get. And a clap for the supporters. You are now part of our growing family of alumni, and that's lovely to see many of you wearing our ATU pin today. If you didn't get one, I'm sure there are more over at the main reception. But this year alone, ATU will have graduated about 5,000 people. So 5,000 people have received awards, and that's a hugely positive impact on society, and especially in this region. And in our 2.5 years of existence, ATU has been especially focused on the needs of the people of this region. The recent announcement of RIAI accreditation of our new architecture degree, but also about our new provision of veterinary medicine and pharmacy, those announcements are evidence of our commitment. My thanks and congratulations to everybody involved in that outstanding work, even though there's a lot more to do in the months ahead. And speaking of potential and positive impact, I salute the dedication and resilience that each one of you has demonstrated throughout your academic journey. Today is a day of celebration, it's a day of reflection, but also of anticipation. And for all of us here, it's a moment of great pride and joy. It's a day for you to look back on the challenges that you've overcome, the growth you've experienced, and maybe most of all, the memories that you've made. And I will do a special shout out for those of you that have studied mostly online, because that can be a long and lonely journey as well. As new graduates, you're equipped not just with degrees, but with the power to be a positive influence on society. Whatever your field, remember that your education is a tool for positive change. And while many of you are already in the world of work, I encourage you to carry with you the values that we've tried to instill in you during your time with us. Our new strategic plan is now on our website, but it lists our values as inclusion, respect, trust, ambition, collaboration, and innovation. And it is this spirit of innovation, the ambition to do your very best, and most of all, the importance of respect and community. These values will guide you through the challenges and triumphs that lie ahead. You've already demonstrated your ability to collaborate, to adapt, and to persevere. And those are the qualities that will serve you well as you step into the next chapter of your lives. Not just in the workplace, but society as a whole needs those qualities and values now more than ever before. And drawing things to a close here today, I want to thank all the staff involved in your ATU journey from the very first moment you entered our doors right up to today, as well as to everyone who helped make today's ceremony so special. So congratulations again to our class of 2024, Cogardacha Sarish, gur míle mágah agus go nairian tálamh go léir.
Respected guests, fellow academics, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the meeting for the purposes of conferring awards on the graduates of Atlantic Technological University. We hope you enjoyed the ceremony and get a chance to celebrate with friends and families and enjoy some local hospitality. Go raibh míle maith agaibh go léir agus buin talamh as a gcuideile den lá. I ask the academic award recipients and the PhD students and their guests to remain in the hall, and we'll have some photographs over here. And finally, I now request you all to rise for the closing recession while the conferring party, academic staff and invited guests leave the hall. Thank you very much.